Hey guys, we are back with another installment of the weekend. Man, I always forget.
Family Life Weekend Getaway.
it's not going to stick with me, but
just in case.
We're on to the Blue Book.
Blue Book.
Finally.
So pull out your Blue Book from your box.
Finally, the Blue Book
that you don't have.
So this one is titled "I Do No Clue." I'm not gonna lie. Before we went into this session, I didn't really understand what this was about. Like I guessed it was like, you get married and then you're lost and you don't know what you're doing.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but it didn't really.
The title wasn't the best fit ever, but don't let that bother you.
It really holds me back.
I can tell.
I really like a good title. But anyway, go ahead.
So, I Do Know Clue is all about emotional oneness. And in this, we talk about what is an emotional need. An emotional need are needs that are deeply rooted in our created nature and shaped by our unique life experience. So, with their emotional needs, why is it essential to have our emotional needs met?
Ooh, I know.
Go, Dave.
Because it's like oxygen. What do you mean?
For our souls.
For our souls, okay.
Yeah.
I just got it's like, actually you just
got... Give me my book. Yeah. You take your book.
For once, I had the right answer.
It is like oxygen for our souls.
Is it? Because that's not what your book says. I'm just saying.
So that is why we need our emotional needs met, why it's essential.
Yeah.
Then we go into discovering our emotional needs.
And so basically they had us do a kind of session on our own, or a little take back real quick. What does my spouse do that makes me feel loved, cherished, valued, secure, or content? So you gotta, think out some things.
Take a moment and think about it and write down what your spouse does.
Right, and they give you a little cheat sheet here, and so what?
No, they don't.
That's
you cheated.
Yeah, maybe I cheated.
Yeah, you cheated.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna give you guys the cheat sheet because it works that way. Why? We gotta go through this.
You do the cheat sheet later.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So then I'm not gonna go on because I did this question wrong.
Yeah. So, anyways, here just talk about what your spouse does. And then the second question is, what does my spouse do or fail to do that frustrates, hurts, discourages, or disappoints me? So yes, things that make you sigh.
So, yeah, the good and the bad.
Yes. Basically. So take a moment and reflect on what are those things. And then Dave,
we share your top 3 emotional needs. So yours and your spouse's. And they are based on, we jump to the back of the book. Yeah, that's going to be hard to read, but that's okay. We'll
make it available for you in our resource.
Then we'll definitely get sued. Some common emotional needs: affection, sexual fulfillment, conversation and dialogue, recreational companionship, important and cherished, admiration and respect, honesty and openness, financial support, domestic partnership, family commitment, provide and protect, time alone and personal space, stability and security, spiritual leadership, and encouragement. So those are some common emotional needs. They cover a very broad spectrum, which is great.
I'm gonna just interject for a moment here, and there are a few on there that are just kind of like, what? They're not really as straightforward to understand, and I'm just gonna kind of explain those briefly. And they are recreational companionship. You might be uncertain about that. And the description they have here is that you look to your spouse to meet 2 needs in one: the need to engage in recreational activities and the need for a companion. Early in your relationship, you and your spouse were probably each other's favorite recreational activities. Companions, sorry, not activities, companions.
Okay.
Perhaps that's changed and you miss it. If recreational activities are important to you and you enjoy them most when shared with others, this is likely a need for you. You feel close and bonded to your companions, and for this reason, it can be dangerous for you to have recreational companions of the opposite sex. You most desire to share these experiences with your spouse. So that covers that. And another one that I think was a little bit is domestic partnership. So this covers everything from cooking meals, doing dishes, laundry, house cleaning, shopping, and childcare. If you feel very fulfilled when your spouse does these things and very annoyed when they are not done, you have the need for domestic partnership. You have a need for a peaceful and well-managed home, and you expect your spouse to contribute to that. Marriage usually begins with a willingness to share responsibilities, but as life goes on, and particularly after children, division of labor becomes more complicated. You're willing to adapt, but for you to feel emotionally fulfilled, these domestic tasks need to be taken care of in a shared way. So, just wanted to clarify those two for you. Everything else I think is pretty self-explanatory.
Couldn't have summed it up?
No, I could not.
Domestic partnership, stay-at-home mom kind of thing. Like that's what it's talking about.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not a stay-at-home mom.
No, but it's like it's referring to like those types of things. Absolutely.
It's referring to helping your partner keep the house clean.
Yeah, but like I was just like abstracting in a very generally understood way.
I see. In a sexist way.
If we can just roll back, don't focus on the words that I said, but the meaning and the intent.
Okay. Next
Remember,
page.
guys, communication.
So share your 3 emotional needs. You write down yours and you write down your spouse's. So make that on a, in your notebook. And go on, Dave.
And then we jump to basically expanding on those emotional needs and taking some action steps to help make them better. So the keys to this are start with verb, be specific, and write in the affirmative. So make sure it's positive. So I love one of my emotional needs, for example, is honesty and openness. I need wemi to be honest and open with me. And the funny thing is, the very first action step, I say no silent treatment.
It's not a verb.
That is not a verb, and it's not affirmative.
No, it's not.
Definitely a negative. Sorry, so that's kind of funny. So it's not. I'm not saying that was the best action step, but it's trying to come up with things that you could have your partner do, or you could do with your partner, that would help build that kind of trust and that emotional need.
Yep.
Yeah.
So an example that I wrote down was like recreational companionship. Travel with me.
Makes sense. Verb, specific,
and affirmative.
Me, and affirmative. Yeah. So that's funny. And then we talk about, so as we had originally said, it's like, what was it, like oxygen? What was it called?
Your emotional needs?
Oh, it was just emotional needs are like oxygen. Okay. And so they, I guess this isn't what they do. And I wrote with my right hand. Oh, no. So
I'll take this one.
Okay, we got a little bored on the weekend, and I tried I'm left-handed, and I tried writing cursive with my right hand. I can't read a thing. Your list to each other? What? Anyway, go
All
on.
right, so in doing this, they kind of talk about in your action steps, expressing gratitude to your spouse. So saying thank you. Entrust your list to each other. So the list that you previously just made, entrust your spouse to fulfill that and to kind of take action and do the best that he or she can do. Then remind yourself daily of your partner's list, because again, it's not just about making yourself happy, it's about making your partner happy. And last but not least, revisit your list together periodically. So
Seems simple enough.
really simple.
Have we
Say
revisited
thank you.
it yet?
Say thank you, trust your list to your spouse, remind yourself of your spouse's list, and revisit. We're visiting right now.
Have we reminded ourselves daily?
No.
No.
You know what a lady said her and her husband actually do? They have
No, I don't.
these important things from the entire weekend. They take the most important steps and they have them on like kind of cue cards.
I'm on the fridge.
Taped to by the bedside table,
The
right above
nightstand?
it. Yeah, right above the nightstand. They have it taped on the wall on both of their sides for like each other. So you see it every day right
Makes
there by
sense.
your nightstand. So maybe we should try that.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, to be honest, it's visibility is a
Yeah.
huge thing, because like it's hard to just take in a lot of this information, even the information that we're giving to you guys. It's hard to just constantly think about it
Yeah.
because that's not part of your natural routine. If it was, then you're probably doing a bang up job.
Yep.
But yeah. So anyway, that is I do no clue emotional wellness.
So the book recommended for this is the one that I'm pretty sure I already told you guys about, that I bought because I want to meet my husband's need and I want him to meet mine. His needs, her needs. Building an affair-proof relationship / marriage. It says marriage, but I just said, you get the fuck.
Okay.
So that is it for this episode.
We'll be back with the next session.
And what's the next session? Dave, you give him a teaser?
It's not just Bow chicka bow wow. What? It's not.
It's not just sex.
Bow chicka bow wow. It's not just that. That's what I'm saying.
See you guys in the next video.